Hey everyone, so today we're going to unlock a feature in AI that honestly most people don't even know they have. We're talking about moving way beyond just text and learning how to use images, audio, and video to get way smarter and faster results. Okay, let's get into it. So let me just ask you something. When you use an AI like Gemini, are you still just typing out these long, detailed paragraphs, trying to describe every little thing about your problem? If you are, hey, you're not alone. But you are working way harder than you need to. You see, you're missing out on its single greatest superpower, multimodality. And this isn't some fancy feature that was tacked on later. Nope. It's a core ability that was baked into the AI from day one, trained on this massive diet of images and video and audio. It's about time we all learned how to speak its native language.
And to do that, we first need to get our heads around a really fundamental difference in how this technology works. It's not just about an AI seeing a picture, it's about it truly understanding what is physically happening inside of it. Okay, so let's look at the process here. A lot of older AIs, they follow this kind of clunky two-step path. It's like they're playing a game of telephone with themselves. They look at an image, then they have to translate it into a text description, and then they read that text to figure out what you want. It's slow, and, details are going to get lost in that translation. Gemini is completely different. It processes the pixels of the image and any text you give it all at once, simultaneously. It thinks in pictures just as fluently as it does in words.
And this is what we call native multimodality. It just means the AI doesn't just know there's a cat and a box. It understands the spatial relationship, that the cat is inside the box. It can grasp the physics of why one thing is leaning against another. I mean, this is the difference between an AI that can just label objects and one that could actually help you assemble furniture just by looking at the diagram. We're going from simple description to actual comprehension. So the most important thing to remember is this. The image is the context. Your whole approach to prompting can change. You don't have to write a 10-sentence paragraph explaining some complicated problem anymore. You can just show it. Upload a screenshot, a photo, a diagram. The image itself becomes this rich, detailed context for your request, and it does all the heavy lifting for you.
Okay, so that's the theory. But let's see how this actually works in the real world. We're going to take the same exact problem, but we'll approach it two very different ways, and you'll see just how dramatic the difference is in the quality of the answer.
This really shows the power of being specific. On the left, we've got the lazy prompt. We upload a picture of a broken bike chain and just say, fix this. Of course, the AI has to guess the bike model, the specific problem, so it gives you really generic, unhelpful advice. But now, look at the right. This is where we become a director. We assign it a role. You're a bike mechanic. We give it a specific task, and this is the magic part. We use what's called a spatial prompt. Look at the tensioner in the bottom left. All of a sudden, the AI isn't guessing anymore. It's analyzing a very specific part of the image and giving you actionable, expert-level instructions. It's like night and day.
So let's just break that down. What are the key ingredients of a specialist prompt? Well, first, you assign a role. Tell the AI who you want it to be. Second, give it a really specific task. Don't just say fix it, say identify the misalignment. And third, use its superpower, its vision, with spatial prompts, telling it exactly where in the picture to look.
All right, now that we've got the theory down, let's put it into practice. Here are two real-world playbooks you can go try out the second this explainer is over. First up, the fridge chef. We've all been there, right? Staring into the fridge at a bunch of random ingredients. Instead of Googling, just snap a photo. But don't stop there. Assign the role of Michelin star chef to get a really creative result. State the task, create a recipe, and then add this crucial constraint. Use only the visible ingredients. This turns a simple photo into a personalized, no-waste meal plan. It's so cool.
Okay, next up is a massive productivity hack, the chart converter. Let's say you're in a presentation or reading a report and you see a chart, but what you really need are the raw numbers. Just take a screenshot. Your task isn't to describe it, but to transcribe the data. And here is the key. Specify the format. Asking for it in CSV format means you can instantly copy and paste it right into a spreadsheet. No more typing in data by hand.
So as we wrap things up here, let's just distill all of this down into a simple but really powerful framework that you can apply to any problem you're trying to solve.
So here it is, your new multimodal toolkit. Remember to give your AI eyes by using images and screenshots as your context. Be a director and use those spatial prompts to point to specific details. And finally, assign a job by giving the AI a role for expertise, a clear task for focus, and a required format so you get a usable output.
This completely changes how we interact with AI. I mean, it's no longer just a chatbot, it's a visual collaborator.
So the only question left is, now that you know any image, any screenshot, any diagram can be the start of a whole new conversation, what are you going to ask next?